Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon. I'm back today for another episode of The Song of Stars and Storms. So let's get into it, my friends. Let's go around and meet the cast and crew, and we have the other Will Jones, otherwise known as Laugh Love Lindy, with us today. Lindy, how's it going?
I'm doing super spiffy, Will. I totally wasn't impersonating you or anything. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I'm great. I've got tea, I've got a cat on my lap. I'm ready to throw some stuff at you guys.
Absolutely. And of course we have good old Encounter Chair, as Nogabird's correctly identified. Josh has polymorphed into
took an invisibility potion.
Item. Oh wait, no, he's back.
It wore
Josh,
off.
how's it going? We thought you might have polymorphed into a chair there for a moment. Oh. This is the
That's a
live
headphone.
reaction.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you. How's it
My
going?
audio's just completely cut out. No.
Not now. Not like this.
Snuck in there to your DMs and it was super casual, right? And then it's all gone wrong.
Well, let's go to Bastian while Josh tries to figure that out. Bastian, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty great. Good month. A lot of work, lots of exciting live streams in which teams slaughter each other. So that was a good weekend. Looking forward to next week and playing today because I don't often play on stream. I'm looking forward to see how much of the viewer decision of last week got into the village as my Halford Barbarian comes back into the fray.
Fantastic stuff. Well, I have to be caught up on what happened last week because I don't know what happened. Because
I
was
have
hit
bad internet.
with my internet connection as it continues to be an absolute dickhead this week. I was playing Duncan, the human fighter, who I think last time he fought the sheep, Ziggy, and then it came back alive, and then there was his friend. So that's where Duncan is right now. Do we have a Josh? Maybe we have a Josh. It's tough to know. He's changing color. Can you hear us, Josh?
Hello?
At least the camera
Hello.
looks better.
We can
I
hear
don't
you.
know
Can you
what-
hear us?
We can hear you. All right. Well, while Josh struggles with technical
It's
difficulties,
gonna
Lindy,
change colors.
yeah, he's changing colors.
Struggle.
He's becoming a chair. It's a whole
At least
thing.
it looks better.
It's true, yeah. Before we get started, I already goes a couple of things. The first of which is we're sponsored today by fantasygrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. Go over there, check them out. whalengames.co.uk, up to 20% off the retail value of tabletop board games, war games, and more. And then Tabletop Loot is the place to go to get all of your dice needs. At the end of the show, they'll be giving away another set of dice for you guys there in the chat. So stick around for that. Here is the tweet. It seemed like last week, sounds like at least, that there was some kind of terrible viewer decision which happened. So go ahead and retweet that tweet. Lindy, has that only been 3 months? Holy moly. Well, it feels like we've known each other for a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
But I won't judge you. Just silently. So Lindy, why don't you remind us what happened last week on the show? Because I don't know what happened at all.
So, last week, on the show, our heroes, good Duncan and Gronsk, they got mail saying they had some paperwork to do for IBM from their last job because they kind of killed a bunch of people, and that wasn't necessarily on the agenda, which means extra paperwork. So they had to do that. Meanwhile, we had Zune and Marrow go off to hit up another notice board that was the next town over, very close by, and when they got there, they noticed that the road was continually getting more and more sparkly, kind of a stardusty fashion. They arrived in the town, found it completely devoid of all people, animal life, a little eerie, very silent. All of the buildings, the matter that was there was translucent and had constellations on it. They found the epicenter of basically this radius of stardust, and it was completely devoid of any star matter whatsoever. They opened a book. They found the Song of Stars and Storms inside a book of old prophecies. They read it. It's a little experimenting. They had Marrow go to sleep inside of the epicenter, and Zune it was either Zune or Lily. Met up with Lily on the way because, IBM people all know each other. And they kind of put his hand into the stardust, and he had an interesting dream of stars and storms colliding. He got a little bit of lightning damage. Woke up. The party decided to rest there and discuss what they were going to do in the morning. However, odd things happen when you sleep in a town that's kind of all starry and translucent. So that's pretty much where they left off. They did a lot of investigating, zoomed on a wand. A lot of mysterious things happening, and this prophecy seems to indicate that there's a battle going on. And there, I would go back to Marrow if he could hear us.
I think Josh is back, yeah.
I can hear you, but it sounds like you guys are underwater, so I think I can kind of this earphone is just flickering on and off, so sometimes I can hear you and sometimes I just can't. So it's going well.
It's going well. Do we need to give you a couple more minutes to troubleshoot?
And you just suddenly hiked in volume massively. Okay,
Probably
right.
broken cable then.
Yeah, you want
good. Sorry, what was I doing? Words, things. Introduction, Morrow. There. There we go.
Nailed it.
I'm the cleric.
Nailed it.
And I'm sickly and going deaf, apparently. I'm going to play it all into his character.
Love it. So, since you can hear us, Marrow, you and your group with Lily and Zune decided to sleep, rest in this town. While you're sleeping, you have a strange dream. Fancy that, right? And in this dream, you are in the epicenter of a hurricane. There doesn't appear to be any kind of plant life around you. It's just gray everywhere. It's almost like you're floating in this eye of the storm. And you kind of look ahead, and you see that there is an old woman. Also, the cat jumped off my lap and almost took my headphones away. Sorry.
It's just headphones, shenanigans.
Headphone shenanigans.
This is all about.
Don't jinx
I had to
mine.
break mine now just to join in.
I got these brand new 2 weeks ago, so these
They're cursed. They're cursed.
Cursed.
They're gonna
Cursed.
break.
Shouldn't join the stream. What was it saying? There's an old lady you see also in the storm ahead of you. She appears to be sitting in a rocking chair, rocking back and forth. What does Marrow do?
How does this old lady? Is she human? Is she?
She appears to be human.
I go over to her and I approach and you said everything's great, there's no plant life or anything like that around here.
No, you can't even see, you're walking on something, but you don't see a ground. It's just swirling gray. And you see, flashes of lightning in the walls of the storm, but you're in, the eye.
Okay.
It's like you're in a hurricane.
I just... After I tape these to my face in a minute, I look around and seeing nothing else around, I will approach cautiously and I check my hand. Do I still have my scar? Does it do anything?
You do. You have the lightning scar on your hand, and it's glowing a little bit.
Ooh, okay, that's good. I think possibly I've got to find the storm and sell my soul to the storm. I think was what I was told to do to save the stars. Stop the stars.
And the last verse of the Song of Stars and Storms was, "Place a name upon the night, one to set your heart alight, and to make the darkness bright, sell your soul to the storm." Ooh, I'll just post it all again in the Fantasy Grounds. Hopefully the formatting sticks. We'll see. Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Boom. So you guys have reference.
I approach cautiously and just sort of say, "Hello."
Oh, hello there, young man.
Where am I? This is not...
Ooh, you're asleep, dearie.
I see. I was looking for the storm in my dreams.
Oh, well, you're doing pretty good then. Why do you seek out the storm?
Marrow ponders that for a moment and sort of like, I tried to... There is a curse, a creature, something that terrorizes my world. It is a beast born of the stars.
So you're aware of the war going on. That's better than most mortals. She kind of looks at you very critically. You look at her, and since you've approached and gotten closer, she appears to just be an old woman, but the look in her eyes is ancient. Like, you've seen some pretty old elves, and you can see like the wisdom and the sorrow, the joy. You can see the much life they've experienced. But you have to tell me what that is.
Okay.
And but you can see her eyes just hold vast swaths of knowledge and experience.
There's a moment, so like he acknowledges the wisdom, the ancientness there. Thinks maybe this is a god, possibly. Like, this is almost like a visitation, something, and he says, I wish to save my world from this. Apparently there was a time that came before, a time of stars and storms.
Yes, many thousands of years ago, this exact war was waged. This is as it has been waged before, time and time again. Mortals tend to forget about it by the next time it rolls around. Sometimes the stars win, sometimes the storm wins. It is all lost and forgotten, but the results are different. Personally,
Right.
yes.
And immortals never win.
Well, the mortals typically side with one or the other. If you like your world as it is now, rather than imbued with stardust and strange beings from other planes, you might want to side with the storms.
And what is it that the storms promise?
We just wish to wash the stars away. They don't belong here. The sky is ours. Yes, you can see them in the distance, but we've lost it before, and we reclaimed. We've held strong ever since. The world's a very different place without storms.
There is a... Are you gods?
No, not quite. We'll think of us more as entities.
Right. And you are at war with each other, and the war is going to come to my world.
Yes.
People have already died.
Your world is the battleground, as it is a place where we can both touch. We can both access to fight each other.
Really don't want to be like, you sound like arseholes, because I'm a cleric, these guys kind of sound like arseholes. It's like Marrow's like thinking it. Like he's just like, you guys sound pretty shitty. Like, fuck off and fight in someone else's land. But he doesn't really want to say that to a potential god or like ancient, like celestial being.
A lot of deities kind of sound like that when talking to mortals.
Yeah. I've long since held the firm belief, that the gods are all assholes.
You just gotta pick one.
Yeah, you just gotta pick one and hope he's not too much of a douche. Okay, so Marrow doesn't really get this so much. Like, he vaguely understands that, this is a war, but he says, this war, how if the storms win, you'll stop the stars from claiming towns, wiping people out. Is that it?
Yes. The world will go back to as it was old time. A few weeks ago, months. Time is an irrelevant concept, but it'll go back to as you knew it before these strange events started happening. Storms have ruled for the past several thousand years.
I see. Then how do we, as mortals, how do we fight in this war?
Well, there are a few relics, artifacts, places of power that you can go to make it more difficult for the other side. Hinder their advances to your plane.
And where, holy prophet, would that be?
Do you wish to assist in the effort? She kind of leans forward in her chair.
I wish to save those who are being taken by the stars. I tried to reach to the storm once before, and I received this, and I hold up my hand with like the wicked lightning scar that and
it's kind of like glowing.
I imagine it kind of looks like if you ever hold up a leaf and you look at all like the tiny sort of veins that run through it. If you hold it up in front of a light, that kind of all across the back of my hand, and as it glows. What color does it glow? Is there a color?
It's white, but it's like blue around the edges.
Okay, so we're a blue team. Okay, like I need to know for my own sake, like what colors do I need to wear? Like, tell me how this is going down. Okay, blue. I hold up my hand and I'm just like, this is the mark of.
Yes. And you're not dead. Excellent, you passed the first test. I suppose you'll be suitable to receive this information. And she kind of reaches out with her hand and just lightly touches yours. And it feels like lightning shooting up your arm into the rest of you as she touches it. And you get a jolt, but as you do, you see a place. You see a location on a very tall mountaintop. You see a flash. There's an ancient temple. You see another flash again. There's an altar. You see another flash. There's a stairwell leading down behind it. You see another flash. You see this chest with runes and sigils and insignias on it. You see another flash, and you're back. But now you're alone. And the storm seems to be dissipating, and that is when you wake up. Now, before we get to you being fully awake, let's check out what Gronsk and Duncan are doing. You guys finished your paperwork. There was a lot of it. You guys killed a lot of people. And you've been told that your associates, Marrow and Zune, had met up with another member of IBM, Lily, and had headed off to this town that had been plagued with disappearing people, glitter something. You approach the town and you see everything is covered in glitter, but there's not a person to be found. Just upon initial glance as you guys enter this town.
I hate glitter.
Everywhere.
Me too. This is the worst. Why did we come here again? All right. Oats.
Work.
Right. Well, let's take a look around. There must be somewhere to stay in. Is there like there are obvious buildings around and
Yeah,
stuff
they're
like
obvious
that?
buildings. They're just translucent in the walls. You can kind of see through them. And they all have constellations on them. You guys make it to the town square, where you can see that there is a city hall. There appears to be like a temple, like a blacksmith shop. But inside of the city hall, you can kind of see maybe a figure? Somebody in there?
Let's take a look in there. I think I see someone inside.
Okay.
Marrow? Zoom? Ziggy?
You enter the building, and you see Marrow unconscious in a circle radius without any glitter in it. No stardust at all. He's asleep, unconscious, hard to tell. He doesn't seem to have any injuries. And Zune and Lily and Ziggy are nowhere in sight.
This is weird. I guess I'll wake him up. I'll go and sort of shake him. Marrow,
Sort of shake him.
it's just a
hold
chair now,
hard.
man.
He's not waking up.
It seems to be just some kind of chair now. Some kind of polymorph spell, maybe, I'm not sure. Well, he's not waking up yet. Let's see if we can find anyone else. I look around for, even if I can't see anyone, if there are signs of anyone else having been here recently.
Yeah, give me like a perception or survival check.
Yeah, let's do that. That is a solid 8.
Solid 8. You see there's
Solid
some
8.
footprints. Like they look kind of smaller, a bit more dainty than Morrow's. Maybe Zune was here.
Do they look okay? I was kind of questioning whether or not they look goat-like.
They look like you do see some goat hoof prints as well.
Okay.
Appears that they were here. You
Goat
see
meat
like
here.
signs of them entering, but you don't see signs of them leaving.
Huh.
That's weird.
Yeah, they're somewhere around here, or at least they were, unless they maybe teleported out of here somehow. I don't know. And we're in a city hall at the moment.
You're in the city hall at the moment, yes.
Well,
There were no other signs of life around other than
There's plant life, but you don't see any animals. You don't hear birds chirping, bugs buzzing, people. Nothing. You don't even see like food that's not fruits or vegetables in like people's homes if you peek your head in.
strange.
is he
Like
dead?
everyone's left. He could be, but I'll go check his pulse. Is he breathing?
He's breathing. He lets out like a little snore.
Maybe Zune put him under a spell or something. Or maybe he's just really tired. I'm gonna slap him awake. Marrow,
Alright, you slap him awake. And Marrow, you awaken to getting slapped in the face, and you look up and
stop
Duncan's there.
gaffer taping your head, man, in your sleep and wake up.
I look up and like I reach out for Duncan's face, and I'd like to just gently like caress his face for a moment, and I say, "Zune, what has happened to you?
No,
And the girl you've turned into. Oh, this is a horrible nightmare." And like Morrow
not
tries to wake himself up. He's just like, "Oh God, they've turned into Duncan and Gronsk. No!"
no, don't borrow. It's us. It's Duncan and Gronsk. We're here. We finished the paperwork.
Well, Duncan finished the paperwork. I can't read.
Grant escaped most of the paperwork, and that got it done a lot quicker.
I see.
So why? What the hell is going on, man? We just walked into this town and no one's here, and you're asleep,
it's not noon.
and it's noon. Explain yourself.
Where are the girls gone?
You don't see him.
I stand up abruptly and I'm like, the girls.
An all too familiar tale for Morrow.
I just.
You let Ziggy breed?
There are more. Oh my God! Now what were you thinking?
There were girls.
That code is dangerous.
Oh, where is Ziggy? Oh shit! More importantly, where is Ziggy? Fuck Zune.
You don't see Ziggy. You don't see Ziggy, Zune, or Lily.
What do you mean, girls? Ziggy's a man.
I look at
least
you
I
both
think.
and I say, I have some grave news. The girls have absconded with my goat.
Okay. Well, that seems like a personal problem.
So, what were you doing, and why did you split the party?
Never split the party.
I was sleeping. I had a dream. There was a lady. I check my hand. Does my hand glow?
It doesn't glow, but it feels.
It feels like it might.
It feels a little tingly, like when your leg's been asleep. You feel like
Yeah.
that tingles. It kind of feels
Yeah.
tingly.
I shake my hand repeatedly just to see if it's like activated by motion, like one of those glow things that you have to shake up to get it to glow. I want to just check. Do I have any lightning spells at all? I don't think I have any lightning spells, and that makes me super sad. I wish I had like.
Oh yeah. Also,
Shocking.
sidebar: in case you missed the message I sent you, Lindy, Twitter Vecna donated £50 to give the cleric a celestial star-master goat as an animal companion /
Excellent. that gives him
Perfect.
food. This will be great.
Now there are 2 of them.
Oh god.
So you came
Yes.
here with Zune and Ziggy and someone else.
Yes, there was a tiefling, also from IBS, and she came with us to explore this town. There was no one here, and then we found this book. And I look for the book. Is the book still here? Have they stolen the book as well?
The book is still here.
Okay. And then Zune, she drank some liquid star stuff.
She did.
And I start looking around on the floor just in case like she's camouflaged on the floor, turned into like star stuff. Because like there was star stuff all over the floor. So now I'm thinking like
Yeah.
if it's
You don't-
spread,
You don't see like a body outline anywhere on the
Yeah.
floor. Yeah.
Morrow is apparently not very good in the morning. He's just like trying to figure everything out. He's
It's midday, man. What are you doing sleeping so long?
I don't
So
know.
a mysterious tiefling woman came along, and then Zune started drinking stardust.
Yes.
These 2 events related in any way?
No.
Did she have stardust? Was she trustworthy? Was she single?
Stuff that she the stuff that she took from the field was what she used. I don't trust Zune, and I don't know the other woman enough to trust her, and I have no idea if she's single, but she did summon swords out of thin air. So be careful.
So there's that. I see. So Zune is probably teleported off somewhere about the rest of us. What were we doing here? And what were you doing here in the first place? We just came back to rendezvous and figure out what the hell was going on. I mean, if Ziggy's gone and Zune's gone, what are we even doing here anymore?
We were chasing the creature that did this, and I gestured to like the star fucking room. I'm like, Ziggy could sense that it had been here. We were trying to catch up to it, to face it and maybe stop it, but
See.
So, where do we find it now? And how do we fight it?
Yeah, is the trail gone cold, or do we still have some leads?
There is something, a tale Zune and I have both heard that is very old. And I hand over the tale of Stars and Storms. I open to the appropriate page and show you this tome of writing that has this passage, almost like poetry. And I highlight the one particular point, which is
You sound like you do now. Yeah, Grunts looks very thoughtfully at it.
Yeah, I pretend
Why are you
to
looking at
start
it,
reading.
buddy? This is uncommon. You know you can't read that.
I tell Duncan to read it to him, and the bit about the sell your soul to the storm. So that we figured that in dreams that we could find answers. So I was put to sleep whilst when I say in dreams we could find answers, and I just look over Will's what is this?
So chat mentioned that I had buttons up today, and it was because I was out in the cold, but now I've realized that now I've come back in, I can be comfortable and only have 2 buttons done up, as is customary.
Yeah.
This is custom.
Okay, I was just where are we going with this, Will?
It's purely sexual, that's all it is.
Good.
It's a sex thing.
I need to
Don't worry
know.
about it.
I expect to fall 2 men and wake up and they've both left, and I will just be lonely and sad, cry myself.
It wasn't me role-playing as Duncan, in case you were worried. Or you start talking about poetry and Duncan just starts singing up his clothes. Doesn't get it
That
out
last
here,
stanza.
it's just me. Yeah. Oh, iambic pentameter.
No.
Yes.
So,
Stardust.
So there's some poem thing which is about this monster, and you have to go into the storm to find the monster because it's one of these bullshit magic monsters, right?
I think that the storm and the stars have been at war for a long time. I don't know what that means, but they seem to be great, powerful deities or beings, like ancient elementals or planar beings, and they are at war for our domain, or in our domain, the ramifications of which I can't begin to understand, but I have been marked by the storm, and Zune has been marked by the stars. Ziggy has been risen by the stars. The stars are laying waste to the land. Apparently the storm has been the last victor, and if we wish for things to return as they have been since before records began, we will need to side with the storm.
Me and Grunts could just So
You're looking like 2 guys, properly armored weapons and blank faces.
So you said there was some kind of monster that we were gonna kill?
No, there is a place we have to go to. Can I describe? Do I have any idea? Can I roll a history check to see if I might know?
Yes, you may most certainly roll a history check. You were all fairly well traveled, and how old is Marrow?
Morrow is 60 something, I believe.
I'll give you advantage on the history check because he's been around for a little while.
You
guys travel a lot for work at IBM.
It's IBM. I kept calling it IBS, and that's something completely different.
It's something completely different. That's the rival company.
That's the rival company.
It's the International Brotherhood of Assassins. They're like assassins, but they're all bards and they're real sassy.
Fancy grounds. Oh, it's loading in. Okay.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
No
Can someone else roll for
problemo.
me? It'd just be a d20 plus history.
I'll roll for you. Yeah.
Okay, it's a d20 plus 2.
2.
Very exciting.
Let's see. We'll roll with advantage. Oh, well, you got a natural 20.
I did.
So
I'm not bad.
you've been there, but you've seen it before. It occurs to you.
And then,
You're like, wait. I know where this mountaintop is. It's the highest peak in the next country over. It's in this
tallest
mountain chain.
The highest peak of the tallest tower.
The lowest dungeon. I smoked.
Yeah,
before.
most people
Yes,
don't travel up there because the atmosphere is real thin and it's kind of hard to get to. But you do recall that there are lots of old ruins in that area. So you know exactly which mountain peak this is.
Yeah, I'm like, Doi, it's only the highest peak we have to venture to.
It's called
Apparently
Mount
there-
Sindra.
Why?
Mount Sindra.
Okay.
Okay, so hear me out. There's a
Are you and Zune enemies now? You were the storms?
so
He stars?
If she stars in your storms, is there some fight going on now, or is it like a sex thing?
I don't know, but we're blue team. And like I show like my faintly blue kind of markings on my hand. I don't know what their colors are yet, but they're probably like.
We always follow the leader.
Yes.
Okay.
I high five Grunts. I'm like, yes. Yes, back one teammate.
All right. So we're off to the highest peak of the tallest tower, and we're gonna kill something there.
There's a ruin, and in the ruin is a chest, and the chest has sigils on it, and it is maybe a weapon or some kind of artifact that can help us drive back whatever these stars are. You remember how we struggled to kill them? Well, this will be a way to balance it. Like
some kind of
Warren's like
magic
trying to
sword.
make himself sound like he's really confident and understands, but he's just grasping at straws. Like, I have no idea what's going on, guys.
All right. So we get the magic sword from the tall tower, then we kill the big monster.
Yes, I think.
All right. Why didn't you just say so? That was much easier. Understand?
You slapped me awake, and I haven't had coffee yet. I've been abandoned and tormented by a god, and dreams invaded by strange star people. Everyone here is died, and I have a headache. So
Seems largely to all be your fault, though.
Gruntsley gently pats you on the head when you go on like that.
yeah, I'm just like
There.
It's not my fault. It's my job. This is what we're hired to deal with. Although. I don't know about you guys. Actually, I meant to talk to you about this. Do you think we should ask for a raise? Because this is pretty... I mean, finding out, local farmer disputes and occasionally putting down some bandits is one thing, but I'm being attacked by deities at the moment, and I'm starting to think maybe we should all up our hourly rate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the paperwork forms to get a raise are quite a lot, though, so... that's a bummer.
So, what if we just sell the sword after?
That's a better idea. That's a better idea. Let's do that. Why do we even work for these IBM guys anyway? Anyway,
They have
all right.
really good benefits.
It's like IBS. You just can't get rid of it.
Right.
You got like health insurance, and you got a 401k. It's really they got good benefits.
Health insurance. I'm a fucking cleric. Screw that noise. Lads.
Well, not everyone's
He's
a
our health
cleric,
insurance.
Yeah, I'm your health insurance.
That's why we
Do I
joined.
get extra for being the insurance plan? We need to go through our contracts when we get back. Mountain and contracts.
There's a lot to discuss. All right. Well,
Okay.
let's get off to this tower, I guess, unless there's anything else we need to do here.
I can't telepathically. I just shout out for Ziggy. I shout out to see if Ziggy's around.
Shout out, Ziggy!
Shout out to my boy Ziggy.
Just hear the wind blow through.
Storm!
You feel a little tingle in your hand.
Okay, we have storms. Lots of star shit, but storms as well. It's my hand is tingling. Actually, I shake my arm like I think I just slept on my arm. We'll figure it out. Let's go. We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah, I'll just get there before Zune does, and before her team win. I never liked her that much anyway. Can I say that now? Is that okay for me to say?
I think
What kind of awkward saying it before, but she was kind of crazy the whole time, trying to get us to sacrifice goats.
She did have the whole thing. Oh, speaking of sacrifices, I found out what this does, and I hold up the sacrificial blade.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I have a way that if I use it, I can bring someone back from the dead. Not like a zombie, like I can save them from death, but it will probably kill me in the process.
Okay.
Good to know.
I don't know. Anything else?
Feeling kind of insecure lately. Not really sure what I'm doing with where exactly my career's going.
I understand. I've been thinking the same thing ever since we went back. It's like, how many months are there for us to kill before, we should settle down and start thinking about our lives? I'd like to settle down and meet someone one day.
Indeed.
I just start getting into this existential crisis.
It's just a deep spiral.
I try not to think about it too much because when I do, it really gets me down. Oh god.
Yeah. Well, we should go out more and socialize.
Yeah. Socializing.
We should probably leave the town where everyone is dead then, because not many prospective partners around here. Let's head on out.
Good idea.
All right. If you're heading towards the mountain peak that you saw in your dream, you know you guys have to head west. So you head west. You know that in about a day or two's travel out, there is another town. You can maybe, I don't know, see what's going on there. It's a fairly good waypoint. It's like a crossroads town kind of thing. A lot of good places to find information. There's a small IBM outpost there. So I'd love for somebody to roll me a lovely, lovely, lovely D20 for me, please.
D20.
Before we leave, I'd like to leave directions for Zune. So
Yeah.
I draw a huge arrow in the wrong direction.
Okay.
I love you.
Like in the Stardust.
Yeah. It's super easy.
Yeah.
You can just
Next week's episode is going to be fun for them.
It's gonna be so great. All right, here we go. We
would definitely stop off at a settlement to try and get some more
Okay.
info.
So you guys are traveling to this other settlement, and it's a good day. It's a great day. You guys are walking along. However,
it was the best of times. It was the worst.
it was the worst of times. I need everyone to make me perception checks.
Ooh, perception check.
21.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
There's a 18 for Duncan.
Awesome. An 18. So what about Marrow?
Is a... natural 20, 28.
Natural 20. Okay. So you guys notice a couple of things. First off, there is a tornado. Oh, no. Less than a mile off. Say it's about maybe 200 yards or so.
were we?
You guys notice like if the wind's been a pretty busy day, and then You look up and you're like, wait a minute. And you see a tornado spiral
shit.
down into the forest.
Where did that come from?
Duncan's reaction is just primo. Just, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
It's good, right?
And-
Team Storm.
Saruman, he's trying to bring down the mountain.
I hold out my hand like that towards the.
As you do that, you know those little I don't remember what they're called, but like the little electricity goes up in the Frankenstein movies.
Oh,
you
the
do that,
Tesla
you
arcing.
see a little,
Yeah.
you see a little, one little bzz go between. You're like, yeah.
I hold out. I just stick out like my blackened tongue. I'm just like, yeah. It's amazing.
But you realize that it's not quite headed your direction. However, with those perception checks, you also realize a lot of things are running away from that direction, and you guys are in the path. As you notice, 4 giant boars stampeding your direction. They're going to be on you in a second. What do you guys do?
It's a tornado boar. Run!
I hit it with my axe.
Hit with your axe?
I unlimber my glaive. Hold your ground. They can smell your fear. And tornadoes.
All right.
I call out to the tornado to, you missed some. You missed some. They're getting away.
I basically
I got you.
Like I'm a famous monster hunter. That's why I joined IBM.
You are
So
a famous
I
monster
am a
hunter.
famous monster hunter. So I'm like, the hunt is on, and I ready my great axe to.
You're ready, your great axe?
one.
Excellent. They do not get the surprise on you as they trample out through the forest. So you guys will be able to attack them first, because you don't think you're going to be able to dodge out of the way in time. They're really big boars. They're dire boars, so they're considered like borderline large to huge creatures. They're big, they're nasty, and they don't really move out of other people's way. Other people move out of their way. So give me that attack roll, Bronsk. And if Duncan's got his glaive out.
If you're okay, I will rage as a bonus action.
Sure. You saw him coming.
And I saw him coming. And I will risk taking the great weapons master.
Sure.
21.
21. Well, with Great Weapon Master, it would be...
That is including the...
That's included it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've
You
got
have a good
actions
hit.
preset. So.
That's right. Yeah, 21 definitely hits this dire boar. As it's...
27
stampeding out. 27 damage. And I believe you get 2 hits because of your level as well.
Yep.
So...
Can I make both great weapon master?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Then the second one misses.
That one's not gonna hit though. So you just take basically you take off one of the boar's legs as it's charging out. And it's gonna have
side.
disadvantage to gore you due to that massive amount of damage this next turn. But I would like Duncan and Marrow, do you have anything you'd like to do? Because this is basically like a free-for-all surprise round before you guys roll initiative.
Do they look like they're coming towards us, like on a nat 20? Do they look like they're... Can I tell?
It looked like they were running away, but then they spotted you guys.
Oh, so
and
this
now
is personal now. They're not just like run. They're just like now.
They
Okay,
were running away, but they were kind of like they get, because it is about several hundred yards off.
They were
so
heading home from the pub, and then they saw us, and they were like, "Let's be
Yeah.
assholes." Yeah, cool.
Mhm.
Okay, I get them.
Wait, these guys aren't in my forest. Like, I know there's like a bad thing, but please.
Yeah. Okay. Super shitty of them. In which case, Morrow would like to hide behind the lads, cowering in terrifying fear. But as he does so, he huddles, and for a second it looks like he's just going to cower. But everything around him grows dark. His visage sort of vanishes underneath his hood. His skin seems to blacken for a moment, and he whispers something in a He whispers something in a horrible tongue of abyssal as darkness just shoots out from around him and begins swirling as these gnawing, biting, clawing, mangled visages of dead people begin clawing at everything. And I will cast Spirit Guardians, motherfucker.
Excellent. That is a
doing
good
necrotic damage.
spell.
And I will. Anyone that ain't me, Gronsk and Duncan, comes near me, eats a bag of dicks.
Basically, essentially. All right. And I'm gonna have them roll their saving throws now.
Free range bag of dicks.
of dick.
So there's 4 of them. Gosh, with a +1, I don't think any of them make it because the highest they rolled is a 12. So they're gonna take the full damage of your Spirit Guardians on their turn.
Okay.
So.
Is. I've cast it at
So
one
they'll take
level
19.
higher, so it's 19.
Cool. What about Duncan? Does Duncan do anything as these?
Yeah,
as these
definitely.
pokes?
I'm gonna double swipe the nearest goat that comes in towards me. Once it's within 10 feet with my glaive. First attack is a 24
Hits.
for maybe 14 points of damage. Second,
excellent.
unfortunately, is a miss.
Alright, so
probably-
same boat with Gronsk. You both get a nice swipe on this giant dire boar as it charges in. You can smell the boar. It's a very pungent odor.
Oh.
You smell it, the musk. They've been rooting around in the dirt. It's not a great smell, but I would like all 3 of you to roll me initiative now that you got your surprise in. And I'm just going to roll the boars all in one to make it easier for myself, because
19.
why wouldn't I? So, boars going to 16.
I got a 10.
10, and what about good Sir Marrow?
I missed.
18.
20.
Excellent. 20. So, Marrow, you are first in initiative.
Oh, sweet. Okay, let me just check, because I really don't want to fucking die to just a random boar attack. So, with Spirit Guardians up, I am... That is... sweet. So, yeah, like, Morrow is just like, fuck this noise entirely. I don't have time for this bullshit, so I got Spirit Guardians whirling around me. As a bonus action, I'd like to... Are you doing the can cast 2 spells? Like a bonus action spell?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. There's no game breaking. So I will allow you to cast a bonus action and a regular action spell.
So Morrow is surrounded by all these horrible, sort of ghostly, gnawing, biting creatures that spin around him. At the same time, I'd like to summon my spiritual weapon, which is just a big-ass reaping scythe, to attack whichever one Duncan's already had a go at.
Okay, go for it. Roll me the to hit.
A little bit of help here.
Yep, I got you. Are you injured?
No.
No one's not injured yet.
I have a ball charging down my body, so I feel like I'm about to be.
I'm just
I'm not
rattling
injured.
the chaos around me, so I'm looking good.
Okay, so
I look good right now.
Oops. Where's my d20? Does a 14 hit?
14 just misses. These boars have a thick hide. Like, you see it, but it kind of just bounces off. It doesn't quite cut through their thick, dire boar hide.
Okay, and then how many boars are there? There are 4?
There are 4. One is very heavily injured.
Okay, we're outnumbered. Between the 2 lads, I whisper another thing in Abyssal, and I'm going to summon an Ancestral Guardian.
Okay.
Because fuck this noise. I cast Guardian of Faith, which summons a large spectral guardian appears and hovers in a duration in an unoccupied space, so just between the 2 guys, and every time something comes within range of it, they make a dex save or they take 20 damage of necrotic, and on a success they take half damage. as I just summon the Grim Reaper in front of me, like, no, fuck this!
Basically.
Done.
All right. Yeah, they're all about to charge in, so they're gonna get a buttload of radiant damage on their turn. But
all
Duncan,
of it's necrotic for me.
Oh yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. So, Duncan, you get to go. They are about to be all up in your business. The first one you got, he's very heavily injured, but the other three are about to charge in.
I don't let nobody get up in my business, Lindy, so I'm gonna swipe again at the one which is closest to me.
Okie dokie.
With my glaive. Oh man, a 10.
Nope.
Second attack is a 19.
That will hit.
And that is 13 points of
15 points of damage.
slashing damage.
Yeah, alright. How do you want to take out this first dire boar?
It's
You
like
guys
a...
just pummeled into it.
I sweep across the legs is how I do it.
Sweep
with
the
my
legs.
glaive. I sweep the legs of the boar, and it makes this horrible kind of sound as it dies. I grit my teeth and prepare for the charge of the other two.
Alright. You grit your teeth and prepare for the charge. Since Duncan did just take out the lead boar, 2 are going to charge at him, and 1's going to charge at Gronsk. So these are going to be, these each have a +8. Does a 17 hit you?
Let me double check. I feel like it does. Yeah, 16 is my AC.
16? Okay. So both are going to hit you. So you're going to take a total of... of 20 points of tusk damage. It's piercing as these boar tusks just ram into you with this charge.
Oof.
And this one's gonna attack you, Gronsk.
I'm basically letting it come at me,
Mm-hmm.
and I sidestep it at the last moment.
Excellent. Yeah, 14 misses you, so.
If they get within range of these two lads, they need
Yes,
to,
they need to make. So they took the spiritual guardian damage. Now they gotta roll dex saves for the spiritual guardian of faith. So there's 3 of them. They all fail, so they all take 20 damage. I think you only have 60. They take 60. Yep, as a total of 60.
It'd be 3 of them. They should all, and then he vanishes.
Yep, he vanishes. It goes, and you see it just explode, and like the necrotic damage just seeps into each of these boars, and they let out a as they take this very painful necrotic damage. But you dealt a good bit.
Yeah. Hey, I have no intention of this being a long fight. Like, I'm just like, we end this immediately. Fuck this.
A Gronsk. You got a dire boar you just sidestepped, and there's 2 on Duncan. What would you like to...
So, if I'm looking at the one I just sidestepped, is it like now in between me and Duncan?
It's now in between you and Marrow. Kind of like on the other side.
So I would get advantage on attacks on it, right?
Yep, you are flanking.
Right. Yeah. So basically, as soon as he passes me, I make a long 360 sweep and try to cleave it horizontally in half.
Excellent.
With Great Weapon Master. And
excellent.
That's the first one is
15 will hit.
Okay.
Yep.
And the second one is nat 20.
A natural 20.
So the first one damage. It's actually taking the crit damage first. So that's 29 for the crit, and 20 for the normal. So 49 damage.
Yeah, you actually, as it's like you sidestep, but at the last second you stick your axe out, and its own momentum charging over your axe combined with the swing just catches it in the maw and straight through the center. Like you could have pork ribs now.
Horizontally.
Really large pork ribs. Yeah. Like the bottom half still goes for a second because the legs were still going, but the top half just kind of slides down to the ground.
And as it slides on, I basically grab one of the tusks and keep it close because I want that trophy.
Yep, not a trophy. Yeah, it's a tusk. It's pretty good. Not this big. Marrow, what would you like to do? It's back to your turn.
I How many are left standing? There's 2 left standing, yeah?
2. Yep.
Okay.
2 next to Duncan.
I spend my spiritual weapon after 1.
Mm-hmm.
4. Let's see.
That hits.
23. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So that is 10 damage necrotic to that one.
Excellent.
Oh, no, force damage to that, and then
Yeah, force damage.
which one of them looks most injured?
The one you just hit.
Okay, in which case, no, can't do that. Shit. I whisper something under my breath, and I'm gonna toll the dead. That one.
Excellent. So he's got to make a con or wisdom save.
I believe it is a wisdom.
It's one of those. Wisdom. Okay. He makes it with a nat 20. At least wasn't an attack.
Oh, shit.
I don't think anything happens to him then.
Nope. All right, and it's gonna go down to Duncan's turn.
All right. So the one that Marrow is fighting is still alive, correct?
Yes, it's still alive, but it looks real rough.
I gotta change. I'm gonna attempt to change that. With my glaive, temper reach, trying to 14.
14 just misses. Send him. You give it a haircut.
With a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 definitely will hit.
Oh, minimum damage.
5 damage.
For 5 points. Is that enough?
Still standing. He looks real bad, but he's just really up there. Oh, but he does have to take Spirit Guardian's damage on his start of his next turn, so he probably won't be standing soon.
Indeed. I just rerolled it there for you. Oh, 11 damage, not great.
That's just enough. He'll
Bring
fall
it
off
down.
his next turn.
Bring it down!
Since it is now the boar's turn, that is enough to bring that one down. But the other one is still up and at him, and he is.
You know what? I
very
think I'll take
upset
my
now.
action surge in that case.
Okay.
If that one goes down, I'll action surge into the next one.
Sure.
My extra attack was the worst decision I ever made. So
You just kind of whiff.
I step forward and like he's doing like a power move, and suddenly Duncan starts moving really quickly, and the blades are just a flurry of like anime swords, and then it finishes, and nothing has changed. Oh shit! I missed.
I missed. Dang it.
My ultimate attack.
The boar is going to take your fancy flailing opportunity to try to hit you. Now that he's used up his charge, he's going to get 2 bite attacks on you. So, I think only the 15 will hit you. His 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8, 16. That's your AC, though.
Yeah, no, 16 is my AC.
Yeah, so you're gonna take plus 4 in each of those, so 18 points of piercing damage as it just kind of grabs you by one of your arms and just kind of gnaws into it a little bit. Grunch.
Okay.
This bacon is eating Duncan.
Get off my body! And I grab its by its tail and pull it slightly back as I bring my axe down, trying to decapitate it.
Yes, excellent.
From behind it, so I'm trying to get advantage again.
Mm-hmm.
First attack is
That'll
a
hit.
21 for 23 damage. And the second attack
That'll
is
hit.
a 15 minimum damage.
That is still enough to just chop its head off. It's like still kind of gnawing on Duncan for a second, and it just lets go and slides off. And you guys have killed the boars. The charging dire boars.
I feel terrible.
I would like to do some healing of the Duncan.
That's
You
gonna
may
get
do
quickly.
healing of the Duncan.
1 minute we were walking, and then there was a tornado and boars.
You look and
Oh,
the
it's
tornado's
tumultuous
still
land.
going, but it's off in the distance.
Ah.
I'll dump a second level cure wounds
Moving
into
farther and farther
into my
away.
buddy.
Cool. Second
In
level
the
cure
background,
wounds.
I'm taking off all the unnaturally big horns and putting them in my backpack.
Yeah, they stick out
How
a little
about-
bit up the top. It kind of looks cool. You got like little horns sticking out.
How badly injured are you?
I am wounded by 30 points, so I have 22 points remaining
Okay, no.
out of 52.
You can have 7 plus 5 hit points back.
I
Oh.
will take that.
12.
That's a little better.
Yeah. And I look at Gronsk and I just like pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, he couldn't hit Gronsk.
Hmm.
And can we
Sorry, no.
salvage some ribs from this like
Yeah,
quickly?
give me a survival check to see how much meat you can get off these big old boars.
I'm not like looking to get like a large quantity. I just want to
Just what
a rack of
quality.
ribs.
What
Yeah.
quality rack of ribs you get?
Yeah,
16? You're able to get a nice rack of ribs for dinner around the campfire
Yeah.
tonight.
I look and I'm like, I'll cook as thanks for. Oh, I stop my spiritual guardian, so like everything around us is stop getting fucked up, and I'll grab these ribs and dinner's on me tonight.
That sounds good. How close are we to this tower now, anyway?
To the tower, you guys are probably a week away. You travel,
Oh, shit.
Fuck me.
All right.
but you're only if you camp here for the night, you're a day away from the crossroads. You'll probably get there about
Right.
midday.
Good luck,
Mid-afternoon.
Crossroads.
Yeah,
See what
I
everyone's
also-
up to there.
Okay, I give Gronsk, if it's okay with Gronsk, I give him the ribs to carry because I ain't particularly strong. And then I guess we head on over to make camp somewhere.
All right, you guys make camp. Cook up some ribs. They're real tasty. You don't know where Marrow got barbecue sauce from, but he's got barbecue sauce. It's real good. He's a fairly decent cook. You wouldn't have expected it. Good quality meat. You think this is the one that Gronsk chopped in half, so it's already kind of tenderized.
Oh yeah.
Real tasty dinner. Do you guys set up watches for the night, or are you just chilling?
I think after that, and after all the creepy dreams Morrow's been having, it's best that one of us keeps an eye out at all times in case there's a sudden flyby tornado
Okay.
Yeah.
that we haven't spotted because I'm blind most of the time.
So
All right, who's first,
I like
second,
the
third?
idea of that.
I'll take
Can I-
first watch. It's fine.
Okay, if Duncan's on first watch, I cast Death Ward on Duncan, so the first time you drop to 0, you don't. You drop to
Nice.
1, so nothing can one-shot you. And I'm also going to cast out Gronsk, and then I'm going to fuck.
And you'll take third watch,
Yeah, I'm just like...
so you get your rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad tactic. So, Duncan, you take first watch. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You're able to get seconds on the barbecue ribs because there was plenty to go around. It's amazing. Grunsk didn't eat all of them, but I mean it was a dire pour. So, your watch is uneventful. Gronsk, do you take your second watch?
Yeah, I do.
And make perception checks.
Thank God nothing happened
13.
because I am blind today.
Basically, I spend my watch scrimshawing one of the horns.
Well, the horns, cool. You're able to. What are you carving into it? Like
Lightning
scrimshawing.
bolt.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you don't see anything. Nothing eventful happens on your watch. You're carving a lightning bolt. You do notice that as Marrow's sleeping, the 13, like there appears to be like an occasional light that's just flashing out from under his blanket a little bit.
I'm actually reading. Like, I haven't gone to sleep. I'm just, like, reading these informative...
With your own little,
That's why I wear glasses now, as I did that too much as a kid.
yeah.
Okay.
I try not to get distracted.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to carve your tusk. Marrow, you wake up for your watch. Give me a perception check.
I'll do just that. Did I have any weird dreams?
No, you slept really peacefully, actually.
Sweet. That's a 19 on my perception.
It's a 19. You're looking around. Nothing happens to your group, but you do notice that your hand's still kind of tingly, and there seems to be some thunder in the distance. But the night overall is fairly uneventful. You guys wake up. You are able to reach the next town. The tornado kind of wrecked a bit of the roads, so it takes you longer to get there than you expect, but you're able to get there by mid to late afternoon. This town has a variety of inns, taverns, bars, due to the fact that it is a fairly major crossroads. But as you walk into town, I would love for y'all to give me some more perception checks.
Well,
before we do,
so
I'd
worried
like
about these people.
like to roll a survival to see how nice my scrim show ends up.
Yes, you may
Like, come on,
certainly do so.
Oh. I give Morrow a very, very crude lightning bolt
Yeah,
in bone. Horn, actually,
yeah.
before we leave.
I take it, and I take it. I'd like to take it like a strip of leather, and like wind it round my arm, so it's like the lightning bolt is like me at the lightning bolt. So
Nice.
like and I say thank you, and I'll keep it like how like sometimes these wizards have like daggers up their sleeve. I'll keep it to like shiv people.
Keep it like there so you can shift people with a lightning bolt. Love it.
My shank shiv. Perception check.
I've got an 18.
You're real good.
Looks
Marrow, 16. So, Duncan, nothing strikes you as odd as you enter the town.
I see more people. Oh god, the monster's been here.
What Duncan, what Gronsk and Marrow, not Duncan. Duncan's like kind of just. He's got like a stone. He's pretty sure he's got like a pebble in his boot, and it's real distracting. But what Marrow and Gronsk notice is that there's a lot of goats in this town. Like, there's just they're crossing the
How many
streets.
is a lot?
Like, as if the regular population has been replaced with goats. You see them walking across the streets, walking into stores.
I hold up my hands to stop the lads for a moment, and I say, "Now remember, we're the strange ones here. We stick out."
I don't see anything strange about this place.
I look at Grumps and like, give him a minute, and I wait for the penny to drop with Duncan, like a painful.
Start looking around for a couple of minutes. Nice place. I like the goat market over there. The goat trader. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where's the tavern?
I point at the tavern.
Yeah, there's a tavern there. There's just some
Thank
goats
God.
walking in and out of it.
Okay. I say there is a
What?
No, I don't. I don't say anything. I have nothing to say about this. I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. Everyone's goats. I can't.
Is your goat stew as good as your spare ribs?
Wait, guys! Guys, everyone here is a goat.
Morrow suddenly goes. I completely
just when I
failed
was here.
You see some goats walking with like little baskets in their mouths, and they've got like goods and
Shopping.
stuff in them. Yeah, yeah. It looks like they're going about every day.
Just being goats.
Yeah.
Thanks for the raid, Anti-Flame. Welcome.
I'd like to flag down a goat and see if I can converse with goat, and if not, I will just rely on Gronsk pretending that he can speak to goats. Or weirdo.
So you flag down a goat.
Yeah.
And you get a top of the morning to you.
Top of the
What are you
morning to
doing?
you.
Yeah. Well, it's about evening.
A lesser known sentient Irish goat, of course. This all makes sense.
Hello there.
Hello there.
We do like a goodness here.
I
This
channel
guy was
my inner-
walking towards the tavern.
Okay, right. I channeled my inner goat.
There's a grinder on that side.
Yeah. I channel my inner goat and I say, we be new in town and we be looking for the tavern, if that's okay.
I was just headed to the tavern myself. Would you like to accompany me?
Right, that'd be absolutely fantastic, Paddy. Would you mind if a bunch of my friends they came along as well? They're a bit
Sure
strange.
thing.
Is there anything nice on in town? Like, what's any festivals coming up, or any goats?
Oh well. Yeah.
Goat celebrations going on, sir.
So you noticed? Yeah, something real strange happened about last night. Yesterday evening. You see, we were just hanging around, and then we looked around, and everyone else was a goat.
Okay, so I like the fact though. I admire the spirit of this town because most people would have freaked out and called a town meeting,
there
but
was
you
a
guys
good
are
bit of
just
freaking out.
okay. But
What?
you guys in less than
What we do
24
about it.
hours.
We
in less than
really wanted to
24
eat.
hours. Oh god.
We got hungry.
You've just decided to just resume, like people have gone to work and stuff.
Well,
Like
what
you
else
can-
were we supposed to do? Commerce has got to commence. People are still passing through. It's a bit tricky here without thumbs, but we're making do. And fingers.
So
Most people have calmed
Fair
down a bit, are still freaked out about it, but they're staying inside in their houses. But we sent off a letter to IBM. We're hoping they take care of it. Figure out
pull
what's
out my,
going on
like,
here.
I pull out my IBM badge,
No.
which is just like off a computer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like white with like blue like striping through the text.
Yeah.
He's like, oh well, that's a mighty fast response. We didn't expect anyone to be here so quick. Please come inside the tavern. I'll pour you a nice drink.
Yeah.
What's happening, Marrow?
I look at him and I say, I suspect I'm starting to lose my mind. And I walk inside like I have a strong suspicion I've gone mental. Like it's just completely, I've gone off the rails.
I think the viewer decision for this from last week or week before last.
I look at Duncan and I'm shrugging and following Marrow.
They have beer, right?
One would assume.
It's not cannibalism anymore, right?
Well, if we reverse it, it might be. If you've
Okay.
already eaten one of them. That's it. That's something we'll have to just deal with when we get to it.
All right, let's go with it. Let's go with it for now.
Oh, I quickly ask. I don't suppose you've seen another goat that might have passed through the area, sort of sparkly.
Oh, what do he look like? Oh, sparkly, you say? Oh yeah, there was one that passed through just yesterday morning.
About the time everyone became goats.
Oh no, we're more like the afternoon. It's harder to tell time. Don't really see colors. But
Okay.
yeah, he passed through with a couple of ladies.
Which way did they go?
Ladies. Yeah, which way?
Oh, they went north.
Okay.
I see.
To the tower? Is that the direction the tower's in?
The tower's kind of west, northwest.
Yeah, west. Yeah.
All right.
I see. We'll have to deal with that another time, but let's get some beer.
All right. We kind of
Has everyone always been goats here?
No.
Oh no, this has just happened about I don't know, a day and a half ago.
Right.
But everyone's over it already, and just
Everyone's cool with it. Okay, well, fair enough. Yes, and so
There's
am
still a
I.
few people still freaking out, but they were causing too much disruption, so we made them stay inside their houses till they calmed down a bit.
until they get with the rest of the herd.
Yeah. Oh, we figure it'll be reversed soon enough. We can deal with it till then. Life goes on.
These are the most depressing people I've ever met in my time. Just wake up. I'm a goat. Gonna be late for work though.
All right, well,
Someone's got to open the shop. Like, fuck.
the shop's not gonna open itself.
Kind of reminds me of the peasants digging mud in Monty Python. Like,
Yeah.
kind of like,
Oh yeah.
this is just our life, right?
Yeah.
Just keep calm and carry on. You've got it down. All right. Well, anything else you could tell us that was strange or interesting aside from your whole
what do you want to
becoming
know?
ghost?
Let's talk about it over a pint. And you guys kind of walk in. Thankfully, the doors swing here. You see like a goat really struggling with a doorknob across
like a
the
doorknob.
street.
Why is he eating the
Your hand there, buddy.
So the doors like kind of swing open, and you guys enter the tavern. There's a few
Thank
goats.
God it was a saloon. I feel like they had here the whole time.
Yeah. I'm waiting for like loads of goats, but like with cowboy hats on, with their horns like poking through the cowboy hats. I'm very excited.
So you see like a table of goats that are attempting to play, that are playing dice. Like
Of course.
they're gambling.
With
In the
that
corner, they
thumb.
got some pints with them.
Yeah.
You see like a deck of cards that's just half chewed on the floor next to him. Like they tried to play cards first, but couldn't really manage it, so they had to move on to dice. There's a goat behind the bar.
I go over and I order 3 drinks, and I want to see this goat pour a pint and fucking serve me a pint. Like
Pretty good job
No, I
security,
mean-
at least. You know, like even if you turn into a goat, you still have your job. Like they don't discriminate.
That's great. I just want it to watch this goat. Tell
Okay.
me, Lindy, how does a goat pour
How
a
does
pint?
this goat pour a pint? Well, you see, Marrow, this bar has beer and ale on tap.
Hmm.
So he goes, "Oh, 3 of them, you say? Well, I'll serve them up one at a time for you then." And
Okay.
he walks over, he grabs the wooden mug sideways, but he like drags it over, kind of like sets it down, puts his mouth sideways. He gets he puts his hooves up on the counter. He flips the tap on, grabs the mug, pulls it under for a second. He's got a line of 3 of them ready. Pulls it back under, kind of like sets it on top of the bar, and then repeats with the next 2, and then like hoof turns the
Lindy
tap off.
majored as a mime, apparently.
Each time I go to a pub and I'm served by a shipment, I'm just gonna be like, "This is shit. This is just shit." Like, I want a goat to
The
serve
goat
me a pint.
service.
I tip this person. How much gold do I have on me? I tip him. I pay 5 gold for this.
Okay.
For this service, whatever this is, I'm very
thank you.
impressed.
Thank you kindly. Sorry we're not serving wine tonight, but we're having a bit of time with the screw cap bottles.
So basically, Gronsk just pitches back the entire pitcher in one go, and after sets it down stokely, and then goes into uncontrollable laughter, like very loud. Entire village probably hears this loud laughing, like until
Some of the goats kind of laugh along. It's like, it's real disconcerting. Because like a couple of them are
Strangest
drunk.
place I've ever been.
Like one of them's like falling off a chair. He's just
What is?
They don't have the same constitution.
I have a genuine question.
Yes.
What job do you want to see a goat do? that would just be in like a local town. Like I want to go to the barber's and just watch one of you just get his hair chewed off or something like that. Okay.
you know they kind of got stabbed by the scissors, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's loud.
So I look around and I just say, "So,
yeah. He's got a pint too, and he's just like laughing at it at the table.
Yeah.
Just like sticks his face in, is just gonna
They've got like really long tongues, don't they? Like goats have just got like really
They do.
creepily long tongues. Yeah, you just
They do.
like okay. So everyone is a goat.
Yeah.
Okay. And did anyone strange come by town? I know there was 2 women traveling with another goat before.
Oh yeah. Oh, another 2 goats.
There were 2 goats.
Oh yep.
There was. Describe the 2 goats to me.
Well, you see, they were both pretty sparkly, and well, one of them had like a real weird looking eye. It was like a void practically. The other one just had really bright, shiny eyes. Actually, that one's still staying at the inn. He didn't go on with the others.
There's one still at the inn.
Oh yeah.
I need to
paid for a
speak
few
with
nights.
this goat. I need to
All right.
speak with this goat immediately.
Oh, what was
he's
his
at-
name?
He's at the inn.
You know his name?
Oh, I didn't catch his name. I didn't really talk to him. I just saw him passing through.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, we should head there immediately. Speak with this.
It could be Ziggy.
It could be, yes. I'd like to.
And again, it turns out there are a whole lot more talking goats than I thought there were. So.
Yeah. I thought he was kind of a big deal 2 days ago, but now just meh.
Yeah.
Can he pour a pint? Fuck, he's not interesting. All the times. I'd like to find this goat wherever he's staying in the inn.
Okay, sure. You can. He goes. Oh, it's just the inn across the street. Matilda's the innkeeper. She can, get him down from his room for you, probably.
Okay, thank you. And I drink. I just down my pint, which is probably a stupid idea because I have a con score of 7. So like I cannot handle drinking at all. And then stand up and I'm gonna make my way over to the inn.
Okay,
I'll go with him.
that's a rather
Come on,
nice.
Grant. We're going to the second goat bar.
I follow laughing out loud.
It's a bar
Okay.
crawl.
We're on a goat bar crawl. It's great.
You see, like across the street, there's a rather nice looking inn. You walk inside. There is like a goat having tea in like a little parlor area.
I turn to Duncan and like just in passing as we're going across the street, I'm like, okay, so just to recap, a farm, there was nobody there. A city, a village, town, place, there was nobody there. And we've come to here,
Right.
and everyone is a goat. When was the last time you saw an actual person?
Starting to question whether or not we're all real people, or if we are in fact all goats as well.
Maybe you're still dreaming.
Could be true. Could all be figments of your imagination.
I slapped Duncan in the face. I didn't.
Oh.
You have to pinch yourself.
Oh. I take like my gnarly blackened claws.
We have to
and
go
I pinch
deeper.
myself. how many levels deep are we in this stream? Yeah.
I saw
try and wake
spinning a
myself up.
countertop.
Yeah. Lindy, I try to wake myself up.
Okay, yeah.
You're on a
There's-
train
there's
tracks. You're going somewhere. But you don't go where.
Try to wake yourself up. Give me. So are you slapping yourself, pinching yourself? I cut up for a second.
I slapped myself in the face.
Slap. Okay, give me a con save. Because you're
Oh,
drunk
fuck. Are
and you
you
slapping
guys...
yourself in the face.
Okay, are you guys actually not real? Is this... Fuck. I'm gonna be super
In
freaked
the
out when
phone,
I
that one.
wake up and like, Will's just like, yeah, I'm not even in this game. Like, oh. A con save. Oh, buddy.
I was never here.
Oh, God. It's a -2. Fantastic.
-2. Perfect.
Please don't die on us.
The
15.
15. You're not too
Yeah.
drunk. You feel you're like, ow! It does hurt as you slap yourself in the face. If you had really failed, it'd have been like, nothing hurts. I can't feel my face.
My face is nothing's real anymore.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
you're okay.
I'm sad. I think this is real. I think this is our lives now.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I guess it's possible that we're not all hallucinating or just really drunk and that everyone is in fact a goat here. So,
This whole us getting out and socializing, meeting prospective partners thing isn't going particularly well. There's
I'm working out
nobody,
well for us.
everyone's goats.
we're gonna end up single and alone forever.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's find some other village for that later.
Yeah.
Non-goat village. Or animals. No animals. That's not
We
okay.
need no animals. I head into the
I'm not
inn.
that lonely.
Yes.
Not yet. Give me a couple
So
of
you-
episodes.
There is a goat behind the counter, and seems to be just kind of trying to rearrange stuff between hooves and mouth.
I'm looking for a goat.
Oh, hello there, laddie. How can I be helping you today?
They all just sound so sickly.
Goat? Well,
Like a sickly Victorian child. Oh, hello there.
I go. I look into his cold, dead goat eyes, and I say, "I'm looking for a goat, but not
Oh,
one
well,
who was a person."
there's a bit of us around town right now. If you hadn't
Right.
noticed.
No, completely missed my attention. I meant there was a goat who came into town with some travelers, and
Oh,
I think it might be
You don't
named
say.
Ziggy.
Ziggy. I don't have a Ziggy on file here. And she seems...
You have files?
She's,
just eating it. That's why.
but, I do have a... Could you describe some distinguishing features of this goat?
Space eyes.
Like, I've never had to differentiate so vividly between goats. The void-like creature.
Oh, real sparkly then.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I believe the feller's name was Duke. Real thin goat, white.
Good to know. Is he
Could be.
here, Duke?
All right. Yes. I believe he's in. I don't think he's left his room for the day.
Can I-
I'll go check on him for you. He'll come downstairs. So, kind of it's I think like the swinging door from behind the thing, and she kind of goes up the stairs, kind of jumps a little bit, almost like a mountain goat, just up a few stairs at a time.
I know you can't get a cow downstairs. You can lead a cow upstairs, but you can't get a cow downstairs. I'm just there's tons of goats stranded upstairs, and that's it. They just can't get down.
Well, thankfully goats are really good climbers. They get in trees and stuff, so you can get out of it. A few minutes go by. The goat that was
coming in with a very serious goat knowledge there. It's well, actually, Josh, goats are very good climbers, so that's gonna be fine. All right, let's not make this silly, okay? Let's try and maintain the boundaries of what's realistic.
Yeah, handle it is like responsible at it.
Yeah, go on.
I'm sorry. I know, Lindy. When I get these facts wrong, it really gets your goat. So we should just move on.
Oh, why did I wear makeup today? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
It's like the goat that was sipping tea by this point is now, as you notice, the cup is emptying and they're just kind of chewing on the tea bag. Like the strings just get like more like slower and closer up, and all you see is like the little tag sticking out. Matilda hops back down the stairs.
Okay.
And behind her, you see this thin white goat, glowing with like a almost star-like energy.
Sometimes referred to as a gloat.
As a glow.
It's a gloat.
And so it's kind of funny. This goat almost looks styled, like it's like, you know, they kind of usually have like the little, you know, hair kind of sticking. This one's slicked back, and it kind of just takes the stairs, walks down, and it's like,
The swagger on this goat, I'm loving.
yeah. He goes, hello there. Name's Duke. Heard you wanted to talk to me. And its eyes are just glowing and radiant.
That was a good
Like
idea.
stars, almost like star in each eye.
Oh, hey, Mr. Duke. Did you don't happen to know a couple of companions of ours, Zune and some tiefling girl?
Oh, yeah, I met them the other day. Traveled with them for a little while till I got here into town.
Okay. And,
Yep.
Are you actually a goat?
What does it look like?
No, everyone else here used to be people. Are you people or a goat? I don't
I'm a
want to seem
goat.
racist. I'm not that guy, but I feel we should establish. Are you a goat?
Oh, I am definitely a goat.
Okay, do I
Right.
But I'm a
identify
star
as a
goat.
goat? Yes.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
Star-spawned goat.
A star.
Okay,
spawned
so
goat.
do you know what happened to our friends? Do you know where they went?
Oh yes, they were traveling around a bit. I think they were talking about going to some temple.
A temple.
Right. Okay.
What kind of temple?
Never asked too many questions, but Ziggy and I, he was the goat that was
Yep.
traveling with him.
You know Ziggy.
Oh yeah. Great guy.
We made Ziggy. I think.
Yeah, he's kind of our thing. He's kind of our problem. So
Oh, real nice guy.
Yep. He.
Yep. So
So.
You all seem like alright people. You wanna go across the street? Grab a drink at the pub?
Yeah, let's.
we could do that.
Alright.
Right.
Gonna goat swaggers his way through. He's
Are
very
you-
styled.
I
A lot of
have
hair
to
out of
ask-
place on this goat.
Yeah, I have to ask. Are you a? You seem like a stylish goat. Is that a?
What's a choice? I like to be well presented.
So it's like a
go
lifestyle
around.
choice.
Just looking like trash all the time.
And how long have you been like this?
Oh! My whole life.
So you were born a star spawn. What does star spawned mean?
I need to be so much more drunk than I am.
Well, that's why we're going to the bar.
Yep. Let's go there.
You guys
Okay,
get back
okay,
to
yeah.
the bar. More drinks are poured. Goats are
Star
still
Goat
playing dice.
XG1. This is yeah, okay.
His name is T.W. Duke.
TW Duke.
Yes.
Okay.
And he kind of gets a drink himself and he goes, yeah, I've been a star spawned goat. You don't know what a star spawned is.
Nope.
Nope. You can
Well,
say
It
that,
makes
I guess.
goats. That's what we know.
It makes all sorts of things. Ghosts just happen to be one of them.
Why?
May I ask why?
Well, you can pretty much have a star spawn to anything. I just happen to be a goat.
Right.
Are you
So
involved in this war?
Oh, I heard something about a war going on.
Right. So are you supposed to be like a soldier or something?
Oh, I don't think I'm the qualifications. I am just a goat.
you need qualifications to be a soldier in the goat army. There's some kind of.
Well, the Star Spawn army is quite fierce.
A PhD sort of deal.
You know, they have like
PhD
opposable thumbs and stuff. Stuff a goat sorely lacks.
I think
Kinda
good
hard
for
for
the
me to grab
mountain
a weapon.
brigade.
So what? I understand that this is an unfair question for me to ask, because if you were to return it to me, I wouldn't have an answer. But I do feel as though it's worth asking. Why?
Why?
Why
Valid.
are
Valid.
you?
What do you do
Why
here,
am I-
Duke? What are you up to? What's the plan?
Well, you see, I had a dream that I was gonna meet some really cool people, that I was gonna hang out with them, and well, he kind of squints at Marrow and goes, "I think you kind of look like the person I saw in a dream."
I looked at Duncan. What is it about me?
I don't know.
What is it about me that just says go? Like,
Having some weird dreams, buddy. Wish I could help.
so traumatized. Okay.
What happened in that dream, might I ask?
Oh, well, I was just walking along doing my goat thing. I just finished a goat.
This is not a goat thing. Dude, I feel like we need to clarify. Everything you're doing is not a goat thing. Staying in an inn, drinking at a bar, conversing with
Typically
strangers,
seen
and being a
anti-goat
prophet.
behavior.
Well, you see,
These are not goat qualities.
I was you could say I was kind of a familiar to this guy who played really cool music, real good with the thing with the strings, and I would do the singing
Could be.
at his performances, and well, he kind of got struck by lightning and felt a little jolt, and I was like, "Ooh, that's smarts." And
Yeah.
and I went to sleep, and when I went to bed, I dreamed that there was this real cool person that was going to be my new companion, and it looked a little bit like you. So I started traveling around trying to find him.
I hold up my hand like that and show the lightning. Oh yeah, oh it does it. I'm like, yeah. Like,
Oh, it looked a
Your
lot
team.
like that. Yeah, it just came right out of the sky and smoked the guy I was in service to.
oh, he's dead.
Oh, he was like a pile of ash.
Fuck, I'm okay. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. You. Yes.
That's
so-
sad.
that is sad.
So, I guess you're just kicking around here now then.
Oh yeah, I was trying to find that guy I saw who seemed real cool in my dream, that I was gonna be basically, I could pledge myself to him next.
You didn't seem very excited when you saw Morrow, I have to say. If this was a man
Well-
that you were seeking, A, you weren't doing anything to seek him because you were just here in your house, and B, you didn't seem to recognize him when he came in, so...
Well-
Now,
It's not
Couple
every
of
day you
things.
find a town full of goats. I was pretty excited to stay here for a little bit and then reserve my looking around.
It's not every day for you? Okay, that's good.
No,
I cannot argue with that, unfortunately. The logic is sound.
Okay.
and then before I brought it up, I wanted to make sure. I played it cool.
So aside from singing, do you have any skills or talents?
Well, I'm real good at chewing stuff.
When you say stuff, does that include people?
I've never tried.
Can you
Right.
Can you fight?
I've
doesn't
never really
have
tried
the-
that either.
He doesn't have the required training or education necessary to be a soldier, so apparently not.
Okay. So you're traveling with us now.
If you don't
When did
mind.
that happen? You just said he wanted to. When did we agree to this?
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks for offering.
I've stopped trying to rationalize it. I'm just going with it. I'm
Just letting it happen now. Well, that's
If we don't
Living
take at
washed
least
over.
one goat, no one will believe us.
when what? What are we gonna try to convince him of, Grant?
That there's talking goats here.
Why would we need to convince him of that?
I-
Why would we need to do that? What part of your plan hinges on convincing the world that there is a town of goats? What are you trying to do here, Grant?
Or we never talk of this again.
I like that, yeah. That could work for me.
So.
So what have we learned?
I don't know.
So Duke wants to travel with us. We either
Yep.
let him travel with us and just let it happen, or we just leave this place and try and never speak of it again.
I think we should do the second, and then if the goat follows us, we just let it follow us.
Okay.
And if it talks
I
to
guess,
us, we pretend
Duke,
it doesn't speak.
yeah, if you follow us, we won't stop you. Okay? It's a free country. But I have to let you know that you are not welcome. So there's that.
I don't have a problem with the goat. I mean, actually, I have a lot of problems with the goat. Like, it makes me question things. But
I'm questioning a lot right now.
we will. You can travel with us, and we'll figure it out.
Sounds great.
I will try and tolerate you.
We are going to a place, to find something. It's on top.
Do you know anything about this tower, Duke? Maybe you could help us out.
Of the mountain.
Top of the mountain.
Top of the mountain. Top of the mountain.
Please be a
Top of
mountain
the
goat.
Please be a mountain goat. Oh,
Top of the mountain to you.
Duke is not a mountain goat.
Fucking
We'll
what
find out
good
what-
is this goat?
Damn
You'll
it, Duke.
find out You'll find out soon.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
gonna
what?
be great.
I'm so afraid.
See ya. He's a wetlands goat, maybe. He's a forest
Better.
goat, perhaps. A jungle goat.
That's it.
There's a goat, yes.
I've been to a lot of towers. We traveled around a lot.
Why?
Well,
Why have you ever done that?
Traveled around a lot. Did a lot of performances.
In towers.
Well, sometimes.
It's oddly specific, but okay.
Can I just say something out of character? I want you to know, Lindy, I'm having so much fun. Because I feel like I'm shitting on your story somewhat, but I am honestly having so much fun.
As fun is the number one rule. So as long as you guys are having fun, we're good.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a yeah. I like. I guess we could just. I don't say this out loud, but I guess we could just eat him if we get bored with him.
I'm not going to say this, but I'm going to think it.
He's not Ziggy. Telepathic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Warlock levels. Duke is not a Warlock. He's not telepathic. So he's just going to be like, I mean, I'd probably recognize it if I saw it.
Okay. Right. Well, can I
Unless
take
I've
him
never
outside?
seen it, then I'd tell you.
Fuck me. Okay. Can I take him outside and point towards the mountain? Because I presume like we can see the mountain from here.
It's real far in the distance. Again, it's about a week's travel. You can point to like the range.
It's out past the terrain over there.
Oh, I think I've been that way before. A lot of nobles living in that area. Real fancy houses. They don't like it when you chew on stuff in their yards.
That's good to know.
Hi, Duncan. Watch yourself.
Because I was planning on doing a lot of chewing when I was going that way. So, okay. And to clarify, these are people, not goats, correct?
Oh yeah, there was this one lady. She got real mad when I ate her rose bushes.
Okay. So,
as you guys are outside talking, you see a small herd of little goats. You'd assume this to be a group of children,
sure.
but they're goats now.
Mummy, can I have a day off school because I turned into a goat? No, you'll never join the army without your qualifications.
Oh my god.
Okay. I
You
watched
see,
this.
one little brown goat with white spots hops up. He goes, "Hi, are you guys heroes?"
No.
That's
But you look like adventurers.
We are adventurers. We are adventurers.
Do you want to go on an adventure with us? We found this real cool thing. But we're kind of scared to go by ourselves. But if we have real heroes with us, then I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yes. Yes. We will go with you.
Yes, I'll allow it.
Yeah, so
I'm just gonna let it happen.
This little
I have
literal herd of...
I seemingly have no control over my life decisions anymore. So, by all means.
Yeah.
Cool. It's real shiny. Follow us. And a literal herd of kids, because that's what baby goats are called, and children. There's like the brown one with the white spots. There's like a little black one with like a white streak down his forehead, and then there's a couple of just like kind of grayish ones. They look like twins almost. There's like 4 of them, and they're like, you gotta follow us into the basement of Mr. Muller's home.
What's
Oh god!
That's where the thing is. That's where the adventure is, guys.
Oh god! No!
So, you need us to go into Old Man Muller's basement to clear out some of the giant rats, maybe?
We're gonna go on an adventure with you guys. Wait, gotta come down. That's where the thing is.
I look to Duke and I'm like, Duke,
Yeah, what's up?
Duke,
Where did it all go wrong, Duke?
I can do this. Duke, I know you're not the goat we asked for, but maybe you're the goat we were looking for. Maybe you're the goat that these smaller goats need.
Kids. They're called kids.
I know what they're fucking called. Shut up. Can you go down into the basement and like scout the basement out? And I look. Where is this goat man who lives here?
Oh, Mr. Miller? we think he's still working at the general store, so his house should be empty. Oh, all right. The kid goes, we think he's at the general store, so he should
I
still be
appreciate the
working.
dedication to the voice acting of various different goats. That was my immersion a lot.
So
Okay,
he shouldn't be home, but we can get into his basement without a problem.
what?
We were
Why are we
playing in
doing
there
any of this
yesterday.
without his permission? What is down there exactly?
I mean,
He said some
you
kind of
could ask
monster.
his permission, but the last time he caught us in his basement, he kicked us out.
And a goat kick hurts.
I thought I was going to end in a much more sinister way. Okay, that's. I guess we can just look in the basement, right, guys? I mean, Grant, you love monster hunting, right?
I
Help
do
me
we
out here,
all
buddy.
have,
Yeah.
Do we all have a last will and testament for when we inevitably
Which house?
I die
Which-
down there. Let them eat me.
So which house is it?
Oh, it's on the edge of town. He's right over there. It's right over there, and he holds up a hoof and points in the direction.
I barge off in that direction.
Posable
like a straight line. Any goat in the way, I
Not
just
opposable, unfortunately.
shove them over and go straight
Yeah.
into the house.
You're actually tall enough that you step over most of them. Like,
I
they're
don't
pretty
try
quick.
to avoid them.
Okay. Well, they try to avoid you.
I wade through
So-
any.
All right, yeah. It's getting more into the evening time, so you see some of those stores are starting to close up and stuff. But, oops, wrong button. Looking at my thing. My notes. Yes, I have notes for this.
After this, I wonder what the right button is.
And you see the kids are kind of like helping behind you. They're pretty fast. Goats are pretty nimble and fast. And they lead you to this house. It's a little like a low stone building, kind of like behind the main crossroads area. And you notice there's like a well nearby, like a community well nearby. So there's a big gap between this house and the rest of the houses. And you see that there is a cellar door leading to the basement. We can't open it because we don't have thumbs anymore.
I pull it open.
It's a real dampener. You pull it open. You see some steps leading down, and a dark, dim, dark, kind of like a little bit of mist because it's like that time of day where like the temperature's changing, and so like you got some like temperature mist down in the basement, and there's no light sources.
I
There's some
activate my
stairs leading
dark
down.
vision.
Okay. So, Marrow and Gronsk, you can see down there. Duncan, it's dark.
It's like limitless for Gronsk all of a sudden.
Activate.
Basically, open my eyes.
Yeah, you
So
look
there's-
downstairs.
You see
And
down
it
there,
seems to be
Gronsk.
actually a
Your goat I
pretty
see.
decent-sized cellar. You can't see all of it unless you descend the stairs.
I descend the stairs.
Alright.
Okay.
I hold up my hand to light the way to see if like my goat lightning hand lights up.
It's kind of just, it's one of those slow, like, zzz, zzz, so it's not enough to see by.
Okay. I pull out a torch then for
Okay.
Duncan.
Sure. So you get down here and you notice this isn't a finished basement. It's almost like he just built his house on top of kind of like a natural cave. And you see the kids all clamber over to a section of the cave that's got some kind of like old crates and stuff stacked up. She's like, there's a secret door behind here.
How do you know?
I don't see it.
There
Well,
is
we
a
were playing down here one day and we found it, and then he didn't like us playing down here and he kicked us out.
Why were you? Are one of you related to this man?
No. Well, Timmy was, but then Timmy got sick.
Not touching
What
that.
happened to him?
Well,
No.
he fell down a well and he caught a chill.
Were those two connected somehow? Or did
Oh,
he
yeah,
die
he
of
was
falling
Timmy's
down a
uncle.
well? seeing as he's a goat.
Oh, well, he didn't fall from the. He didn't die from the fall, but he got pneumonia afterwards because the water's real cold.
Right. How did he get out?
Oh, we
A
found
talking
him.
dog warned them.
Well, there's this secret tunnel leads right to the well water, so we just had to run down here and pull him out.
So you know that this tunnel leads to the well.
I thought the
Yeah.
last time you came down here, Mr. Miller.
Well, we played down
pretty
here a
well.
lot, but the last time we came down here, he kicked us out.
There's a lot of holes in this story, son.
Well, we played down here all the time when
Sounds
Timmy
like you're
was still
just
here.
making this up now.
When Timmy was here, we played down here all the time. But since he got sick, well, Mr. Miller doesn't like it when we play down here anymore.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever. All right. So let's take a look down here.
I use
Past carrying.
thaumaturgy to slam the door open because I just like if it will open unless it's locked or like combination or whatever. I just use thaumaturgy to.
You gotta move. It's more like you gotta move the crates. Like they're heavy
Yeah.
crates that are kind of just like blocking it because there's no door. It's like this is just it's not a wild magic surge for Josh.
That's for Josh. That is indeed.
Fuck me.
Because why not? Yeah, please roll
I-
that.
Okay,
Let's see
I
what
use.
happens when you use the thaumaturgy.
Yeah, let's see
Instead
exactly
of
what
using
happens.
thaumaturgy, I wanna. This is why you shouldn't go into Mr. Miller's basement because strange and unpredictable things happen.
Who the fuck is Mr. Miller? First of all, he sounds sinister.
He does. I'm so
What's he been up
afraid.
to in his basement?
Why are we in his basement?
Suddenly these ghosts came along and were like, "Here you go. Here's something to do." And we're like, "Okay."
Like, come on, you heroes, want to go on an adventure with us?
921.
Okay, it's like in any kind of Elder Scrolls game where like a random NPC runs up to you and has a side quest, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll do that.
Just shout, like you're in the middle of a conversation, someone's just like, "Oh, by the way, such and such."
Oh boy. Okay, so you find a powder that is highly toxic to large-sized insects. Hopefully, goats don't count as large-sized insects.
Yeah,
They do not. They don't breathe through their abdomens, through their sphericals. So, because they don't have sphericals, so they're good.
That is true, Lindy. Goats aren't insects.
Goats aren't insects.
I don't feel like I need the scientific explanation to understand that a goat is a mammal.
Hang on.
I was honestly under the impression
for that, right?
Thanks for clearing it up for me, Lindy, because for a minute there I thought they might.
About nature, okay? I know a lot of random facts. Nature facts. It's fine.
I
Alright.
learned so much
Clear it up.
tonight about goats.
Regular David
This is an
Attenborough.
educational stream.
Yeah, we're in the wrong category today.
Yeah.
This is the education.
Trying to appeal to a younger audience.
Channel.
Yeah.
So, you kind of like move the boxes away, and you notice that there's this very rare type of mold, Marrow, that you intrinsically know because it's frequently found in graveyards. It's fairly rare, though. When you do find it, it's usually in a graveyard, and it's very toxic to large-sized insects. You could probably collect it into a pouch and hold on to it.
I do. While we're down in Mr. Miller's basement, I collect mold from the wall.
Yeah.
And I just
He's been growing it down here. He's been farming some kind
Like,
of
he does
goat
sell
farm.
pesticide at his store. Maybe this is where he grows it.
Of course he does.
of course. Yeah, I scrape it up and I now have pesticide. And
You
then
have large
I,
insect pesticide.
instead of using thaumaturgy to open the door because it's blocked, I use Gronsk to clear the door. I cast Gronsk, and I look at the big half orc and I'm like, I need
Yeah.
you could, thank you.
Give me, for just to see, give me like a strength or an athletics check, Gronsk, to see how deftly you move these boxes out of the way. Just because it could be really funny.
Pretty.
Yeah, you just move him around, just shove. And you notice that there is a small tunnel. Gronsk is probably gonna have to, like, you know, bend over to get through it because it's not a very tall tunnel, but it's decently wide, and it seems to kind of twist and turn deeper. And the kids all just kind of like hop. It's this way, guys.
What?
Just as well they made these goat-sized tunnels down here.
I follow the goats to my death.
All right, you follow the kids. Duke's right behind you guys. He's kind of glowing a little bit down here. He's almost a light source, but not quite.
He's
guys go down
pretty
this-
much useless. Like, that's what we've discovered.
Effectively.
You guys follow this twisty tunnel. You see that there's like a couple of like 2x6s that have been laid out over this area that you see. You look up and you see that the well is dug over here, and so basically there's like enough space for a bucket to go between these boards, but enough that like the kids can use it as a bridge to gap the 6 feet well. And you see that there's like some like scribbles on the walls, like some drawings, like a curse word that was like tried to like be smudged out, but like they couldn't really do it because they did it in charcoal. Typical kid stuff. But as you get further down this tunnel, you notice that there's kind of a glow starting to emanate from further in.
It's a uranium mine, as I suspected.
The Russian goats have been mining uranium for years down here.
Mr. Miller is actually a sleeper agent. This is waiting for the point where everyone turns to goats before they invade.
So what color glow would you say this was, Lindy?
It's kind of like
I don't know why I'm asking.
like a purplish, greenish glow. It's kind of like shifting hues.
Okay, is that normal? That kind of glow?
Oh no, it's never been down here before. That's why it's an adventure.
How do you? No. Nope. Okay. I just
This is
accept.
where we.
How did it happen?
I looked. Just.
So you guys go down the glowy
Yeah.
tunnel path, because there's like another one that kind of goes off, but it doesn't glow. There's one that kind of like seems to go deeper and further downwards. That's glowing.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. I head towards the glow.
Out of
I head towards the
curiosity,
light at the end of the tunnel.
what's the marching order?
Oh fuck!
Children goes first.
Children goes first.
Wait a second. Women and children first. First into the uranium mines.
It's why they turned them into goats, so they could fit through the tunnels and mine the uranium.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Goats
I
are
am
great
tr-
miners.
This is true. I think I'm up front behind the goats, and then
Okay.
I imagine. Is it Duncan behind me or?
Yeah.
All right. So
Grunts,
Marrow
and
with the
then I
kids.
Duke is just at the back.
Yeah, and then Gronsk, and then Duke's right behind Gronsk. So, you guys walk down, and the glow gets brighter, and you notice as you look, there's almost like it's rippling on the ceiling, kind of very similar to if like there's reflections off a pond, and there's like some type of ceiling nearby. Or on like a side of a boat. You see, it's kind of like those reflections, but it's weird because there's no sunlight down here because it's a cave. You get down and you see that there is this small pool, and inside of this pool, you see that there are certain orbs in a pattern with thin glowing lines connecting them, and it appears to be under this water. This water appears to be maybe some kind of like this kind of spring that feeds the well. Hard to say.
glowing orbs underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath.
Glowing orbs underneath it that are connected by thin white lines. Almost looks like a constellation.
Ah. Really just want to kick a goat into it, but I have to remember that I am a cleric, but I'm having a weird day. Do goats count as people?
No, not typically. But you don't know about this scenario because this is a weird scenario.
I look at the goats and at the kids.
They're like,
sorry.
see, we told you it's real shiny.
One of you should drink from it. I imagine this is a font of ancient power that could reverse. This could be a healing spring that reverses the effects of the goat.
I look quizzically at Morrow and Gronsk, but I shrug.
Give me a persuasion check.
Morrow is a wizard, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, can I make that a deception check? Because I'm just
Deception
lying.
check? Sure, you can make that a deception check.
I'm straight fucking lying.
One of you should drink that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go into Old Man Miller's basement, find the uranium mine, drink from it.
22. Hey, they fucking invited me. Don't ever go at me for this, alright? 22 deception check.
22. Yeah, the black one with the white streak. He's like, I am a little thirsty, and he walks over and he just starts. He takes a few drinks. He's like, and he just seems to be like, do I look stronger? Do I look more intimidating? He looks the same.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
Well,
Try bathing in it. Perhaps that'll change your whole form.
oh, it's a good idea. And before he can do that, the two gray twin goats like, no, we're gonna try it, and they like kind of like have like a little goat fight, and they like butt heads, and the other one like goes in and jumps in. He's just in the shallows and splashes around a little bit. There's a little goat roll, because there is like kind of like a slope to it. This pond's probably like 15 feet across, and it comes out. It's just dripping wet. It's like, what about me? What about me? Do I look stronger now?
No, roll an Arcana check to see if this is just.
Yeah.
What are the orbs like? What do I get from the orbs while they're? And do they get like? Do they move? Do they seem to be jostled, or is it almost like a reflection?
They kind of like, as the ripples in the water kind of go across, they seem to sway a little bit. Like they're not connected, but they're just floating in there.
Okay. All right. That's a 19.
A 19. All right. You would sense that the orbs and the lines connecting them are definitely magical. With a 19, you think, like, you get a vague sense that maybe they're affecting the water somehow. But the kids don't seem any different.
Okay. So I have an idea.
More goats?
Hmm?
Did the
Can I
kids
turn
turn
more
more
goats?
into goats?
The war goats, they don't actually look any stronger or
More
more
goaty.
intimidating. They don't look more war goaty. No.
I take the bzz, 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 and I want to see if I like poke the water.
If you poke the water with the bzz, you see,
Yep.
Do I just
Make
electrify
the
the
kids.
goats?
no, they're out of the water. They did get out.
Get
But
back
you
in.
notice,
Get back in this. Timmy fell down a well.
Timmy did fall down a well. And now he's sick. Does it make you feel? No. You stick it in there, and you see the as you stick it in, you kind of, because you know, you're educated enough to know that electricity travels through water. You see the orbs kind of flare, like a little bit, and the lines between them seem to zigzag for a second as it touches the water, and you pull it back out.
I look up. What? I gotta ask at this point. Like, I have to ask my god. Like,
Roll me a D100.
What have I done wrong? What have I done to deserve this?
Let's deserve this.
What do you want from me?
I've sinned, Father.
That's a 7!
Was that a D100?
Yes!
Yeah, it
A
rolled
7.
I'm
Okay.
level 8! That's under my level!
Yeah. So, what exactly? You got what?
I'm tired. I just ask what. That's all I ask.
You just asked.
Because I'm not
what?
expecting a response.
Okay. You feel a presence enter you. You feel real connected to your deity right now.
Okay.
You also feel the tingling in your hand intensifying all the way up your shoulder.
I didn't expect me to actually respond.
What is your deity's name again? Your clerical deity?
Just death.
Just a death.
Literally death.
Excellent.
The Grim Reaper. Like literal death.
Death answers your divine intervention. Okay, you hear a whispered, yes. What is it you need?
This is gonna be a
And
really
like,
awkward,
you've got a
like-
torch, but it feels like the light just got dimmer in the room.
This is going to be a really awkward butt dial where I didn't mean to actually call it. I know I'm going to switch.
When someone picks up the phone and says, yes, you instantly hang up. Like, in any situation, no one should ever answer a phone in that manner.
Actually, everybody give me a perception check. Please.
No.
Me as
18,
well?
how did I actually succeed on the skill check?
You're definitely gonna notice it, Marrow, so you don't need to. Gronsk, you're just kind of like watching the kids fight, because they're kids and they're goats, and so they're pretty durable right now, and they're just like smashing heads, like running at each other. They're having fun, while you guys tinker around with whatever. Marrow and Duncan, you guys notice that the torchlight's dimmed, and you see emerge from the shadow a lady. Gaunt white face, long stringy black hair, black eyes, and from the shoulders up she's beautiful, but from here down her rib cage there's no skin, it's completely open.
Shoulders up? Anything below the shoulders?
Rib cage is completely open, and all that you see in there is a black swirling void.
So
To
to
shoulders up. Anything below the shoulders, she's a 2.
recap, we're in a well, and a woman with long black hair is just. I looked at Duncan. I'm like, we shouldn't have
And
watched
she's holding
that tape. I
a
told
great
you. Said
curved
this tape.
scythe. Morrow,
Oh.
this is death.
Morrow, look
He's
up.
here.
There's everything's sexy about her except from her shoulders.
Yeah,
Got
I
those
just like
shoulders.
you can see the bones and like the void that's within, like where it should be lungs and a heart is just a black swirling kind of mist, and then you see the bones kind of reform at the hips, and then by the time it hits the thighs, you see the flesh start to kind of come back in, and she's holding a great, huge scythe with runes on it. Yeah, this is death. She's here.
I take my scythe and which I've never actually used, and I take my scythe and sort of I will kneel, and I sort of whisper over my shoulder like, perhaps kneel might be a good. This is actually death.
You hear the word death, Gronsk, and this is when you look around and you see this lady.
Yeah,
Little
Gronskus,
death.
lady with the shoulders. Heads up.
I listened to my cleric, and I knew, and I offer the horns of the dire boars.
These are the boar tusks.
I say.
You feel her gaze piercing into you, Marrow.
Good.
Hey,
Good.
Lady Death. Good to see you, Duncan. Hope you're not here to see me, so I'll just shut up now. Though actually, you know, I have been trying to meet people recently, so.
I was going to say, Duncan, this is the first woman we've come across.
So if you are dating, then, you know, let me know. Seem kind of cool, except from your shoulders. Everything from the shoulders up is great.
Give me a persuasion check, Duncan.
Once you hit the collarbones, it's all downhill from there.
If you succeed, I'm the greatest wingman ever.
It's not that bad.
Actually, my persuasion doesn't have any bonuses, so it's actually an 11.
It's an 11.
Yep.
She kind of looks over at you, looks you up and down. Like, you get a chill as she looks you up and down. Like, goosebumps and everything.
I like her even more.
And then she
I
goes...
feel like an 11 is about my usual persuasion checks in real life. It's like...
She'll kind of look at you like that's when she first takes her eyes off of Marrow. She kind of says, I don't believe I'm here to claim you yet. But I am single. And she kind of like, and that's when she just looks away, and she looks over at Gronsk, and as she looks at you, you feel a chill and get the goosebumps.
High five Gronsk.
And she accepts a tusk from you. She goes, you bring much death. You're doing well. And then she snaps her head back to Marrow. What is it you need?
Such mistakes have been made here.
Yeah, look tomorrow. Yeah, why did you call her?
And then with the
It's like
terrible
a friend who
passive
just
perception
texted, just called his ex. Like, why did
that Duke has, you see Duke looks over and you see his eyes go big, and then he just faints. He's a fainting goat.
Fainting goats, it's a thing. It's a thing.
That's the kind of goat
back it
Duke
up
is.
with infinite goat knowledge. So I look at the I
just
look at
faints.
Lady.
And so do the
Lady-
kids. It's just like it'll just fall over.
I assume they've died. Like I just
You
assume
assume
she
they've
just
died.
killed them all. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm like it's some peace and quiet.
Mhm.
And I need guidance. Many have been taken by those who. I show like the hand, and I'm like, those
She
that
nods.
name themselves of the stars and the storms. They are killing people before their time, taking towns, villages. This world has become a war zone. I need guidance. How do I see to it that people...
You are trying to help this town. They're all goats. Goats serve such mediocre souls. I will assist. And she strides forward past you. She kind of looks into the water, and she, like, with one hand, this scythe is massive. This is like anime proportions scythe. And she just, with like swift, deft movements, she cuts each thread, each glowing thread that was binding the glowing orbs. And you see each of the orbs, as the threads are cut, they go dim and they lose light. She turns back around. Is that all you require at this time?
I believe I must bring death to something known as the Star Spawn. will you aid me in claiming their lives?
You have my blessing. And she'll kind of walk past you guys again towards the shadow she emerged from. And as she does, she lets her hand kind of trail and touch each one of you. And you feel that chill again. And you're all death warded for the next week.
Oh, damn.
All right.
And then she disappears into the shadow.
You know those moments when we're at the office at IBM and you say something about one of the supervisors in the break room and you don't realize that the supervisor was walking past?
Right.
This is worse. This is infinitely worse.
That was so much worse. That was terrible.
I can't believe
I felt actually bad for you. That was painful.
I can't
Even
believe
for
how
me to
well
watch.
that went.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she said she was dating, so you know.
Yeah,
Win for
why are
me.
you hitting on? Why are you hitting on my boss? Don't.
Why
make
not?
it weird between us.
She said she was single. I mean, and everything from the shoulders up. I mean, you can look past the shoulders and everything's fine.
That's true. That is true. In all the company portraits, it's just this.
Cut out the section, yeah. Like that.
Collarbone, shoulders.
There's one redacted line of tape over. All right. Well, that was strange and seemingly not too useful. I guess the Death Watch stuff is cool, but did we learn anything about what was going on down here?
I look at the severed orbs. Are they losing light?
Yeah, they're going dim. They're just it's like their lights
Are the
going
goats
out.
still alive?
You see, like, they suddenly wake up, like, not all at the same time. It's like a couple of them.
You have to act out the goat. There's no words for lynching. There's no words to describe a goat waking up. It has to be. Any way to communicate? Okay.
Don't judge my DMing, Will. You asked me to.
I don't. I think
Enjoying it.
Lindy's at the top
Enjoying
of her
it.
game right now.
It's a masterclass. It really is.
Yeah. We should show
So
this
the
in
goats are all
schools.
alive, right?
Yeah, they're all waking up.
I wasn't sure if that was a death
What
glitch
happened?
or.
I blacked out for a second there.
Oh,
They all fainted.
I wish I could explain easily what just happened. I think it just all passed out there for a second.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
where did the
don't
light
worry
go?
about it too much.
They look, and as they look, you see the light kind of fizzle and go out. And now there's just blank, empty orbs in the liquid.
I look to Duke and I say, Duke, fetch me one of those orbs.
Oh, I'll try. I'm not a great swimmer, but I'll sure try. Duke gets into the water,
Either way, I win, Duke.
and let's see how Duke does on his swimming.
I either get an orb or Duke drowns.
he's actually pretty good. He's learned how to dog paddle, goat paddle. I don't know. He kind of dives down. You see, he grabs one of the orbs in his mouth. Goats have big mouths, and he swims back up and he hands it to you. If you guys have ever played with like the little beads that soak up the water and they feel really kind of gel-like, these are what these feel like.
Okay.
Big versions of them, like water globes.
Yeah, I take it and immediately it's terrible because I know exactly how they feel. The idea of a large sort of it's almost like a cold, fleshy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell what?
Please finish that sentence. It's almost like a cold, fleshy. Yeah.
I say I need to. Can I tell if this is magical anyway?
Maybe Arcana
cast.
check.
No,
Are you
I'll
supposed to take magic?
Detect
Okay.
magic.
You can tell that these have magical residue, but they are no longer magical.
Okay.
They do feel kind of similar to that star jelly you guys had.
I put it down and I burn the glove. I burn the glove.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, actually, as you're holding this.
Good thing you can't die now, right?
Okay, that is a... Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, you're a cleric, so you do have wisdom.
I have the wisdom.
I hope.
I don't know. I called death by accident. Like, how much wisdom can I have? 16.
She's in the neighborhood. 15?
Oh, 15,
all right.
15, yeah.
Yeah, so you're holding it, and then before you realize it, you feel that tingling in your arm start to increase, and before you realize it, shocking grasp issues. And explodes it, and it just splatters around. And that is where we're gonna call this session. As electricity just seems unbiddenly shoot out from Marrow's hand.
As I rupture a well testicle.
That's finally the point where we draw the line. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Where's the beep button? I can't find it.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, that was incredibly enjoyable episode of Song of Stars and Storms. Of course, we'll be back with the full crew next week to rejoin in some way, perhaps, and try and explain to them what on earth happened using only Duke to do so. So that's going to be fun. Good God. We've got another game happening here in just a few moments on the channel, which is the World Story Burns, the official Kobold Press D&D 5e campaign. So stick around for that. We've got the cast and crew back on for that one. It's going to be a really exciting episode, so stay with us. Oh, and we've got a set of dice to give away here as well. Exclamation point loot in the chat. Let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Lindy, fantastic job tonight. Little did we know the variety of skill set at your command when it comes to goat mimes. I feel like you've really found your calling today.
Thanks, Will. I just want everyone to understand exactly what's going on, and I do my best to convey that through any means possible if necessary. I had a blast. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait for next week for the whole crew to get back together. That'll be real fun. Find out what's going on with this electricity shooting around. Who knows? It'll be great. But you can find me in the meantime at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch, Twitter, all the good stuff. I'm gonna be doing this of Ravenloft later tonight on my channel, but you should definitely check out tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 4 for some amazing Call of Cthulhu that I'm super looking forward to. So check it out.
Fantastic stuff. And Josh, how was that tonight? Or what was that tonight?
I mean, I got everything I could possibly want. I summoned death. We found actually, like, Duncan, like, I'm wingmaning you. This is what we're gonna do. Just date death. This is it.
Date death.
Yeah. Yep. You know, have you ever heard like term you're flirting with death?
Courting death.
Courting death. Yeah. This is actually gonna happen. So yeah, I don't know what to say other than thank you, Lindy, for that, for just this, for all of it. And you can find me over on my channel as Encounter Joshua, where I do streams about Magic the Gathering, and I also do date my boss. Don't date my boss. I also do some stuff for the Trinity campaign, which is a campaign I run over on Laura Lania's channel, and World is Affected in our Discord channel, which you can also find on my stream. So come along and join in. Yay.
Yay, indeed. Great stuff. And Bastian, what the hell was that?
Why do you ask me? I mean, I don't have any knowledge.
I blame you. That's fine now.
Yeah. And if we ask too loudly, maybe my god will also come. And so
You never know.
that was a lot of fun, especially playing like a Norse, a barbarian who doesn't think too much. Yeah. What do you do with a village of goats? Except never talking ill of it again. So just for Duncan and Marrow, we are not going to try to explain it because we vowed to never talk of this again.
Yep.
Yeah.
What happens in Goatland?
In this village, yeah, stays here.
Yeah.
And you
what was even the
can.
name of that town? I don't,
No one knows.
don't know why I asked.
Yeah, that's a good viewer decision, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a viewer decision.
Yeah.
Town was full of sentient goats.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's yeah.
Fantastic stuff.
Yes.
Well,
Some stuff.
Yeah.
You can find me in
Yes.
the background here on the channel. I post a link in chat where you can find me otherwise. And next week here, if I can make it.
great stuff. Looking forward to it. Well, turning into our new game, our next game, which is a little bit more serious in some ways, if you could believe that. So let's head over
This
to
was
the
a
World
very
Tree
serious
Burns.
game.
It was
Yes,
hyper
it was.
serious. Really feel like we plumbed the depths of where you can go with role playing. So I'm looking forward to next week's episode of Song of Stars and Storms. Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, is where you can find us here for this, but World Tree Burns is about to happen, so until next time, my friends, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be laughing with goats when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye!
Goodbye.